Once committee members have reviewed, I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? It's moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. New business. Item number 1 is authorization to enter into an emergency non-bid public works contract with John Plott Company for sanitary sewer repair, manhole 6978 JVC Road project, total not to exceed $4.2 million. Welcome, Kimberly.
Hello. This is establishing the budget and the contract documents for this repair that I guess the actual emergency was declared about 2 months ago. And so now that we finally have the amount of, some of the work done so they can see what all the costs and stuff are for this. So we're finally bringing this, and this is funded through, it's a not to exceed amount of $4.2 million. This is funded through the 2022 B bond.
Committee questions?
So moved.
When did they start work?
They started in November, and it should be completed by March.
Should be completed in March, okay?
Okay.
It's moved and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 2, authorization to execute addendum number 3 to reimbursement agreement with Birmingham LD LLC for lift station 68 improvement projects. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you. So this is for improvements to our sanitary sewer system, specifically lift station 68. We had a bid that was approved by Projects Committee at the last Projects Committee meeting, and it's on council for tonight to approve that contract award to Price Civil Services. This is the agreement in place with the developer who these improvements are being done for to accommodate their development, the ledges down 69 South. So this addendum will approve our grant agreement for reimbursement of the construction cost of those improvements.
100%.
100%.
Committee member questions?
I thought we already had that agreement in place.
We every step of the way through the different milestones, we did it for a study, we did it for design.
Okay.
We have the agreement in place. This is an addendum for the construction phase.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 3 is approval to enter into agreement with Tuscaloosa County for accommodation of utility facilities on public right-of-way for lift station 43 and 68 capacity upgrades for a project and associated with the proposed ledges subdivision. Brian?
So same project. This is just authorization for us to execute basically a permit to put our force main in Tuscaloosa County right away.
Questions? Again, we're 100%
It's the same
reimbursed for
So
this.
the
No
county,
cost for this
Yeah,
permit.
no cost for the city.
Right.
so the county's given us an agreement to sign?
Yeah, it's basically a permit application, but it's labeled an agreement.
Motion.
Second.
Moved and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 4 is approval to enter into minor public works contract with Tri-State Abatement for asbestos removal at 3701 Loop Road East. Welcome, Selman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Council, Mayor, good afternoon. Happy New Year to you all. This is a part of our effort. That address represents the old Fire Station 6. So this contract is in process of our effort to remove that old fire station building. The inspections that were done last week came back positive for asbestos. So in accordance with ADM environmental regulations, we have to have a certified contractor to remove that asbestos and properly dispose of it. So this contract will be with Tri-State Abatement Incorporated for those services in the amount of $3,650, and that is covered in our operations budget.
Questions for Selvin?
Motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Thank you, Selvin. Item number 5 is approval to enter into minor public works contract with Triple J Tree Service for tree removal at 1217 Greensboro Avenue. Welcome, Craig.
Thank you, sir, and afternoon, council. Like it says, this is to remove a tree. It's this tree right here beside Greensboro Avenue Apartments. You can see it on the map right here. You'd have Sealy Management to the west, Jemison Mansion To the south, Councilman Busby, I believe you were the
This
one
the
that.
old Travel Lodge Motel?
Yes, sir, I do believe so. But it's Greensboro, I can go back one.
Yeah, okay.
This tree's been dead wooded a couple times, and we feel like it's time to come down. I believe you were the one that initially requested that
Yep.
to happen.
Questions?
So these were the bids, 36, 57. Motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 6, approval to enter into minor public works contract with Paints on Us for interior painting at the River Market, total $18,900. Welcome, Summer.
Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, so I've got some fun stuff for you. So this is painting at the River Market, interior, the venue area, hallway spaces, restroom spaces, budgeted in their budget, they're paying for it. So Paints on Us was the low bidder for that.
Questions?
It is in the budget.
Yes, sir.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Item number 7, approval to enter into minor public works contract with Overhead Doors for replacement of roll-up door at Fleet Tire Shop, total $9,379. Summer.
Yeah, so there's 2 doors. One they've had problems with. Several times we've replaced it, or not replaced it, repaired it. This just replaces the total door and makes it operational again. It's budgeted out of our operations budget. So.
Ms. Coleman, where is this located? Go ahead.
It's over at Fleet. It's kind of a, help me out. Okay,
T-Dot.
it's T-Dot, but I kind
Next
of on the back.
Okay.
The back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Bell and I saw a real.
Yes, we did.
Really?
You could have eaten off the floor, it was so clean.
Really?
Shared about it with the staff. So.
They had a $3,000 coffee machine though, which we don't have.
Working on that.
Now, the city of Shorndorf just built, was it $60 or $70 million
Yeah.
fleet maintenance and logistics center, and the mayor of Shorndorf took Mr. Bell and I on the tour.
I think it's
Wow.
powered by solar panels, so a
Yeah.
lot of it is.
Really?
Wow.
It's nice.
It's on the list for next year.
Real nice.
If,
3 of those.
If
Yeah.
Selvin saw it, we would have, he would chastise us for something of that quality and standard.
Gotcha. So, second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. Item number 8 is approval to enter into minor public works contract with Tennessee Valley Metals for fabrication and installation of a canopy at the side entrance of the River Market. Total is $8,465. Summer.
Yeah, so this is an installation of a new canopy on the side entrance where you open the door, rain, water gets in, messes with the floor, the paint, everything like that. So it will match what's there. It's the same company that put up the canopies that are currently there. But this is just a contract for them to
This is the
replace
side
that.
entrance, the north and south of the east and west side. Along River Road?
Yes.
Along the river?
Yeah, the
or
river,
Along the river?
yes.
So it's the north side. Okay.
I looked at it
Do we
yesterday.
not have,
The south side actually has a canopy cover. It would be on the south, it would be on the south side, on the river side, where the sidewalk is. There's an entrance right up there near where the stage is, if I heard Kay correctly, about where it would be.
Okay. So moved.
second,
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 8 is approved. Item number 9 is advertisement of RFQ for architectural and related services for the Tuscaloosa Civil Rights Trail Project. Strategic plan for the Linton Barber Shop and Beauty Shop. Dakota, welcome.
Okay, good afternoon, thank you. We've been working with the Tuscaloosa Civil Rights History and Reconciliation Foundation to vision the long-term plan for the Linton's Barber Shop. Through those discussions, we determined that getting under contract for architectural and related services would be the next step to take to make those visions into a reality. And so this is just making you aware that we plan on posting that tomorrow.
This is just to put together our plan, or have a, right, RFQ,
Yes.
come up with a plan. Now, I know that I look at this, we have previously approved the property, the remediation and things that we worked on, right?
Yes, sir.
And on that building, because I know there's a lot of issues with that building, right?
Yeah, yes, sir, and really the remediation was for the contents
The
inside of the
contents,
building.
okay.
Where are the contents being held?
Currently, they're in the Tuscaloosa News Building.
Okay.
And as far as funding goes, we've got money set aside from Elevate, right?
Yes, sir.
Funding for this.
Yes, sir.
900,000?
And that was the
That's
total,
just for Linton Barbershop?
that was the total funding.
That was more
For
than 1
Linton
year.
Barbershop?
No, it's for the civil rights.
The
Civil
Okay,
rights.
all right.
The trail as a
All right,
whole.
But the, in my last
That was
meeting
one
with the
year,
Civil
too.
Rights Foundation, the strategic direction that we all felt was best, knowing the availability of dollars, and opportunity to leverage grants, was our first noteworthy project is going to be, what we'd like to be is the Lynn's Barbershop site.
All right, and so the 163 is what we've got into it so far?
To date, yes, sir.
So that's, we bought it for
100.
100, and then we had another 20 or 30 for asbestos removal, or?
Contents, I think. most
It
of the
was
time-
the contents, removing the content, doing some testing. We placed a tarp on the building to try to stabilize the roof, just various projects to get to this point.
All right, but this 163 is for Linton.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's been spent. And what do we think, what's the end state of, are we looking to have 200 in there, or 500, or 170, or?
Well, I would say we had determined that during the contract negotiations as part of this RFQ process.
Do we have any type of key factors that we're gonna be looking at, or are we just doing an overhaul of the whole entire building?
That's gonna be part of whoever we select for this project.
Yes, sir.
One of the things that we challenge, it's similar to what we've been doing lately with several other agencies is, you know, the city's fronting this investment, but
Right.
what are you gonna be able to fundraise
That's
towards
right.
this project? What other partners can you bring to the table? You know, certainly if we do a capital investment, we don't wanna be on the operating side, so that's gonna be worked out through this type of due diligence, but that's the next logical step. We're doing this under the federal procurement guidelines.
Okay.
Some of you may have seen, and I've certainly have watched with interest, Congresswoman Sewell has been providing national historic
Yeah.
grants throughout her congressional district for
Yes, sir.
civil rights.
Yeah, I've been paying attention.
We have to make ourselves eligible for that.
Right,
This helps us get to that point of becoming eligible.
gotcha.
So all we're doing now is to put the RFQ out. We'll get responses, that'll have to come back.
Yes, sir.
Is-
Okay, so move.
This is just making you aware.
Just one more question before we vote.
Yes, sir.
The 900,000, is that before or after the money that's already been spent?
That is
that
before, that was the grand
736
total.
is the level.
So we've got 736 remaining of that. And that 900, that was more than 1 year budgeted money from Elevate, wasn't it?
That was 2 years of Elevate
years
and
of
then some general fund, I believe, from
So-
20.
I guess our hope is that some of these issues that we're gonna fund, we've got enough in this
Revenue.
budget to
Yes,
cover,
sir.
or more than enough to cover this, we hope.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Other questions or concerns?
No, sir.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 10. Last but not least, Jason, you get to have fun with ceasefire again.
Yeah.
Resolution,
Afternoon,
got my dandruff up just a little bit because of what happened up in North River and some other places recently again.
I completely
We
understand.
blew up some sewer lines, and, I mean, if you're gonna make a mess in a neighborhood, they really did a good job lately with some different things that this is still an issue. That's where I'm gonna go with my questions for you, but this is a resolution authorizing execution of amendments and related documents for services provided to the city of Tuscaloosa by ceasefire. Welcome.
Well, afternoon. So C-Spire is a state bid contract for several IT-related services. They provide us our phone systems. We buy software licensing through Microsoft through them for our email services, and some small data center services, such as they replace our UPS batteries and for data centers. So they do some small things like that as well on the side. C-Spire in general is kind of three different companies, at least from our perspective. One used to be a company called TechLinks in Birmingham that they bought or merged with. That's the kind of the data center and application side. Then they also have the sales side, if you will, that provide the phones and the licensing, and then the fiber side, which you do not particularly like,
So
notably so.
in all fairness to
Yes.
C Spire, which is a great company, there is no doubt about that. We're talking about data.
Yeah,
We're not talking about internet service and
Correct.
tearing up people's neighborhoods.
This is a completely, we'll call it different side of the house, though it is the same corporate umbrella.
Same responsible party though, right?
Correct,
Okay,
correct.
just checking.
Yes, so the purpose of this is they require us to sign a DocuSign every time we add a phone or add a software license. And as you can imagine, we have a lot of people going in and out of the city, so I can deactivate a phone just fine with no, but I must sign something to add. So this is to allow me to add those and as needed, and they are all budgeted items.
And council, Mr. Foster came to OCA to discuss kind of what he needed for this. This is similar to what you guys have seen, what we do with K-Day oftentimes, to allow her to sign, smaller contracts that are within the budget for something like Live at the Plaza or Holidays on the Plaza or something like that. This kind
So
of.
he's not gonna be authorizing internet kind of things in the districts, right?
I'll let him answer the technical.
I'm
Not be
kidding.
authorizing a franchise agreement to expand.
No, sir.
Mr. Mayor.
Okay. I'm sorry to be busting your chops.
No,
It's not-
If
it's
you're
not
the
your
only one
fault.
available.
And
We did let that happen.
anticipated,
I
yes.
think the mayor should have to sign everything. don't
Yeah.
you?
But Jason, the longer you're around here, we're
Yes.
so glad you're here, you will anticipate, especially where this chairman's going with questions. You're not usually walking in blindsided about things with me. Not most of the
Absolutely.
time, so I
Yes.
appreciate you bringing that. I doubt there's any conversation unless we've got questions, committee members, on this. Do you? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Jason. Sorry for, you provided a little comic relief too, and we are appreciative as we run late. Is there any other business to be brought, old or new, before this committee? If not, our next Public Projects Committee meeting is next Tuesday, January 17th. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.